Hi, and welcome to this week's show of Let's Go Caching. We're glad you're watching. Just to let you know, on this show, we're going to go hunting for 2 geocaches, one in Corpus Christi and one in Dallas. I was up there this last week on a business trip and just had the opportunity to walk out the door and go find a cache nearby. Those 2 caches are GC19Z7T and GC1163N. So stay tuned and we'll go hunt for those. Also on this episode, we're going to do a little bit of news. So with that in mind, let's go up to the field and see what Kendra's looking for. Let's go caching.
Hey, we're here in downtown Corpus Christi by our beautiful bayfront in search of our next cache. This is considered a small cache. It's in a Tupperware-like container that has been spray painted a brown or a dark or a black or something like that. This is a copy of this coin. It is trackable at geocaching.com. There's a proxy in here. We're not necessarily opposed to proxy coins. We just, if we're going after a coin, we'd like to know in advance that it is a proxy. We hate to go out thinking that we're going to get the coin and then we bump into a proxy. This one, in this case, I don't think we even knew that we were coming for a coin, so that's okay. We might take that. Frozen or on the rocks, you're right. It says there should be a Unite for Diabetes travel bug in here, but it's not in here. And they didn't say they took it, but I guess they did.
Well, good job on that cache, Kendra. Now we're going to go into a little bit of geocaching news. April the 4th, 5th, and 6th at Mark Twain Lake, in association with the St. Louis Geocachers Association, will be hosting the 2008 Midwest Open Geocaching Adventure, otherwise known as MOGA. Participants will engage in individual, 2-person, or 4-person team competition events, and over 700 participants are expected. If you'd like more information, contact Alan Muir at 573-735-4097. In other news, in Bridgeport, Ohio, on March 17th, there was a geocacher that went out to place a new geocache on a bridge. It happened to be in an area that was located close to a water treatment facility. And a muggle went ahead and found or saw that he was doing this and didn't know exactly what was going on. Called the police. The police came out and called out the bomb squad because they thought it was a bomb or a terrorist device of some sort. And they found that it was just a geocache, but they are looking to possibly press charges on the geocacher who was, they wanted to charge him with inciting a panic. So this is a news story to kind of keep us up to pace and let you know that if you're placing a cache, it's just as important to keep it kind of concealed and hidden as it is whenever you're going out to find a cache. There are people all around all the time, and you just have to be aware of your environment and what's going on whenever you're placing a cache, because, you know, we as geocachers go out there and it seems something relatively routine that we're looking at our device and doing everything and kind of oblivious to the rest of the world. But just keep in mind your surroundings, who's around, what's looking, because it can look pretty suspicious that you have this little device that you're running around with, you drop off a container and then split. So just use common sense when you're placing your cache, pay attention, and just pay attention. Other things in the news is that we would like news from you. Here at Let's Go Caching, we scour the internet to try to find news and information, and sometimes it's difficult. Geocaching is something that's catching on like wildfire, so there's tons of news stories everywhere you turn of a news station or a newspaper, someone publishing something about geocaching, what it is, and just giving a brief synopsis of everything that we already know. So, I need help from you. Send us any news or information that you know about geocaching. If it has to do relatively anything with geocaching, GPS, global satellite systems, anything. Maybe you're teaching something, there's a scouting event, anything that's incorporated geocaching news or anything new that's happening. Send it to us. We'd love to have it on the show. And now we're going to go back out in the field. While I was in Dallas at a business meeting this last week, I was able to pull up geocaching.com, found that there was a cache really close. So on a break, I was able to run out of the office and go hunt for this cache. So let's go out in the field and let's go take a look. Let's go caching. Hey, it's Derrick here. I am actually in Dallas, Texas today doing a little bit of caching while I'm on a business trip. Was in a business meeting, went ahead and popped up a little geocaching.com, found that there was one within 300 feet of the front door of the building we were in. So I thought I'd come out here and show you what I'm looking for. Let's pull it up real quick. And it's actually a lame pointless cache. And there we are. And screw it, we got a little log, and it looks like we were last found yesterday. These are actually pretty good containers. Little geocaching logo, you can find it at geocaching.com. This one has a magnet, looks like it's been epoxied or glued on the bottom of it, so that way it can stick anywhere. What we want you to do is lift up, stick it underneath, and close it out. Well, as you can see, that geocache relatively easy, and I know that we do a lot of dogging on light pole caches on the show, but we do kind of like them that it gives us an opportunity to get out real quick, find a cache, not have to go bushwhacking or anything like that. So it was a nice break, just sitting in an office, kind of bored, punched up geocaching.com, found the cache was just real near, and was able to get my geocaching, my little fix there. Go back to the meeting a little bit refreshed, so that was nice. Now we'd like to invite you to be a part of the show. If you have any news events, anything happening, email us, let us know what's going on. We'd love to feature you on the calendar of the show. And on top of that, we would like to see your video on the show. So you can go out, video your cache, be it if it's just any regular geocache that you're going to. It'd be really nice to have your milestones if you're hitting your 100th cache, or 1,000th cache, or 3,000th cache, anything that's going on, geocaching, put it on video, send it to us. We'd love to have it as part of the show, and we'll work it in. So with that in mind, you can log on to letsgocaching.com, and we'll see you out there. So let's go caching.